Destiny. We've seen it in movies, we've read it in books, this idea that the main character is destined or predicted to be some great person, whether it be Luke Skywalker or Harry Potter or some sort. There's always some sort of destiny that they are chosen to accomplish, whether they want to or not. But where does that really come from? Where's that origin, that concept of destiny? Of saying that you inherently believe that you are predetermined to do great things. Interesting question. Never really thought about it. You see, inside the world of fiction, we're drawn to destiny. We're drawn to this idea that the person or the character, whoever it is, the protagonist, is determined to overcome their adversities, to become the best, the greatest, the savior, whatever the case may be, of whatever it is they're trying to accomplish, right? That is their destiny. For Harry Potter, it was making sure that he who may not be named or mustn't be named was removed from this earth. For Luke Skywalker, it was embracing the Force and making sure that the Death Star blew up. And for many other characters, it tends to be something along the lines of reaching a pinnacle of success, however they determine that. The reason I bring that up is because when we look at destiny, it's not just this concept inside this land of fiction. It's also something that's very real. The United States for years was known because of their concept of destiny. This belief that they, the citizens, should rise up to become the next great power within the globe, all right? Even if it hadn't been within the globe, just within their own realm. In the early 1800s, we refer to this as manifest destiny. All right, to manifest is to create. Destiny, obviously, a predetermined route of success, right? So we're creating a route of success. The United States is known notoriously for manifest destiny. What this really amounts to for the United States, for us, is we highlight our strength, which is our greatest strength, and also our greatest weakness at the same time: arrogance. There was this belief in the early 1800s that after the dust had settled, the wars had been over, England was gone, we've created our own country, all these different aspects. Because all that was in place, now our job was to expand and to take our greatness and deliver it to other people. Of course, we ask at what cost for those people in the modern day, because understand, as we expand and as our destiny goes further west, we tend to wipe out the people in our way. Either become a part of our destiny or we'll eliminate you from history. That really was kind of the motto of the United States at the time. So we need to have a better understanding of manifest destiny, like what caused that. Some historians could even argue that manifest destiny was actually a historical concept that we would consider to almost be social justice. Believe it or not, in the modern day, when we look at social justice issues, whether that be the Black Lives Matter movement or Me Too, all these different things amount to the same thing. We're moving towards a common cause. Manifest destiny, believe it or not, was very much a social justice movement. It was the belief of these Americans saying that it is our job. It's not the government telling us to do this. It's not the world telling us this. We inherently believe inside of our culture, inside of our person, that we have to expand our territory and we have to expand who we are so the rest of the world can know about us and firmly understand these are the people of the United States. Now, in 2021, we can look at that and say, how arrogant of you. Look at all these people that you displaced. Look at all these different people groups that you ruined. Look at all this land that you destroyed, right? Rose-colored glasses, hindsight being 2020. But at the same time, we also have to counter that argument. And we have to ask the question of what if? What if the United States never embraced the concept of manifest destiny? What if we never expanded further west? What if we never expanded our territory? Places like Missouri, hello, wouldn't exist. How would that have changed the United States? Would we have grown to the power we are today? Would we be able to still enjoy our $5 cups of coffee? Would we be able to enjoy our gaming and our streaming 24/7? Would YouTube actually exist? It's not to justify the social ramifications of what we did and what we have done, but it is to ask the question, which holds a higher standard to the person? Is it more important to focus on the lives that you displaced? Or is it more important about the look at the lives that you've instilled to have a better reality? It's a philosophical question. We don't have that answer. Manifest destiny for years was taught in this concept of this is the belief of the citizens to expand, and without that, we wouldn't have a nation as is. Okay, a historian would argue, yeah, duh, that's kind of common sense, right? On the flip side, though, only now have we started to gain traction on this belief of, did we have the inherent right to do that? Was that responsible of us? Was there another option? And history tells us we don't know. We can't go back in time and change things up. It is what it is. That's the thing about history. We can argue it all day long, but in the end, what happened is exactly what happened. So, investigate manifest destiny. When we do that, we want to focus on two things: the benefit of it and the problems with it. It's easy to go one way or another. It's easy for a person to say, this was the greatest thing ever in the United States. We had to have this. This is how we're successful. It's also easy to look at and say, how dare us? How dare we take up people's lands? How dare we take our beliefs and put it on other people, saying you have to believe this? There's a lot of back and forth. The real challenge of a social scientist is to be able to explore both options, or to be able to see the whole spectrum from this was really bad to this was really good, and everything else in between. So that's manifest destiny. It was this historical belief in society that this was our God-given right, a little bit of Anglo-Christianity involved in this, that it was our God-given right to expand. We had been given this land, and it was our priority to expand our nation. So this also, on a side note, this is also the first time that we really start to see religion start to play an impact inside the United States when it comes to the cultural identity. Religion has always been a prominent piece of the United States. That is part of the reason why we broke away from England, was religious freedom. But at the same time, this is where we start to see specific organized religion start to influence society. That's not to say that religion is controlling the government. It is saying that it's influencing the people to a point to where the people influence the government. So inadvertently, there's a connection between the two. Manifest destiny was tied very closely to the religion of the time, also saying that God gave us this opportunity to expand, and it's our responsibility to do that. So it is important to know manifest destiny was rooted partly into the concept of a major world religion at the same time. Okay? So manifest destiny, it's this belief. We expand because it is our destiny. It's our inherent right. This is what we do to survive and to grow. And it's something that we have to do because we've been given the opportunity to do it. While off fish and chips, manifest destiny.